time for us to stop glorifying struggling generation after generation, year after year. It's time to start celebrating some successes, some milestones, and not just getting together as a family every time we gotta bury somebody. It is time to change the trajectory and be the change that you want to see. Do it for yourself, do it for the next generation, do it for somebody. Welcome to Your Success Stories. I'm your girl, Nika Johnson, and I'm going to help you get there. I'm a credit coach and budgeting expert, and I help people take control of their money. Today, we'll be talking about mind and money matters. I'm going to do this video a little different than I usually do, and I just honestly want to talk from the heart. We don't understand, and sometimes it's often not talked about, that people are fighting a lot of silent battles that you don't want to burden someone else and tell them what you're going through, or that you may be fighting depression and you don't realize because you're smiling with your mouth but not with your eyes, but because you're masking it because you're a mom and you don't want your kids to see that and you don't want to bleed into your loved ones. But I'm going to challenge you and say something, is that it's never okay to allow people to be there for your high moments and not your low moment. And so in this uncertainty of typically around the holiday time, the end of the year, a lot of people are fighting battles because it is a holiday, because you want to make for sure that you feel like that you're a good parent, or it's the mom guilt of wanting to give your kids the most and give them the things that you desire, even though financially that you feel like that you can't afford it. It's the times that you feel like that you're doing the best that you can, and it still feel like nothing is ever good enough, because it's always one thing after another, and life be lifing. But I'm here to remind you that God be Goddin'. So I'm gonna say that one more time. Life may be lifing, but God be Goddin'. And what I mean by that in the same token is that no matter what it is, you may feel that you hit rock bottom, but I'm here to tell you, when you feel like you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go but up. And so that you may be feeling like that you've been denied, but it's delayed, not denied. And he may be preparing you for something that more than you could really understand or realize. But I want to talk about how your mind and your money matters, is because, yes, I'm going to always tell y'all, what's in your budget? Is that in your budget? Are you budgeting your way to success? What are your financial goals? What does that look like? Are you reaching the things off your vision board? Are you paying off debt? Are you saving money? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about those things that matters, but it also matters within your mind. Your mind matters because it impacts your money. Sometimes you are making bad decisions because you're not mentally there. You can't understand if you're coming or if you're going. You don't know if you done close down your garage at home sometimes because your mind is in 52 million places. Your kids may be talking to you and say, hey, mom, did you hear me? Can you repeat what I said? Because they checking you because you done checked out. But you done checked out so long that you begin to become numb. And you wish that people would have checked in on you a lot sooner the way that you check on others. It's so easy for us to be a giver, and you constantly give when you have nothing else to give to yourself. But I'm going to talk about how your mind matters, because that impacts your money. And sometimes you don't even realize that you're not even in the right headspace. You're not even in the right space to even make the best sound financially choices and decisions. Look, people are tired of being oversold, overpromised. People are tired of the fake financial advice on TikTok. People are tired of the coaches and mentors and the gurus telling them how to turn $5 to $5 million. Okay, maybe that wasn't catchy enough. How do you turn $500 into $5,000? How you turn this dollar to $1 million? Is that better? I'm here to tell you, ain't no such thing as a get rich quick scheme. And I have been there to where I wanted my business to grow. I was planting those seeds. I've been doing the work for years and years and years. And I just wanted that shot, that one chance. And that people would literally prey on you being so desperate of wanting more. See, when we ain't got our mind right, we can't get our money right. And that's what I want to be able to focus on. Why do your mind matters most? because it impacts your money the most. I know the sayings and stuff like that. I used to say, like, you can't take care of your kids off of love. You gotta work, you gotta work. But sometimes we're working so much to where we're working into a burnout. We're working into a brick wall. We're working until when we're no good, and what's gonna happen if you end up in a hospital bed? If your kids only have you to depend on, who else is gonna take care of them? It's so easy for people to always tell you what you should and should not be doing unless they done walked a mile in your shoes. People are so quick to give opinions about something that they ain't never experienced on. And please forgive me. Before we get started, make sure you do this for me. You like and comment and subscribe and turn your post notifications on. But this video is different than the rest because I'm always going to be about the financial aspect, but I'm speaking from the heart. People are going through it. And when I say people, I mean you. You are going through it. This video was made for you and mine. I am here to tell you to keep going, to put one foot before the other. You've been pretending to be okay for so long and you're not. You're drowning in sorrow. You're drowning in grief. You're drowning in debt. You're drowning in just grasping for air and waiting for someone to throw that lifeline out and to tell you that everything's gonna be okay. And I'm here. Let me be that voice of reason. Let me tell you that it's going to be okay. Tough times don't last long. You know what happens after a thunderstorm? The rainbow come out. Let this be your sign to hold on and to keep going. Sometimes when we are fighting these internal warfares in our head, we forgot to realize some of the things that's going on around us and having a sense of gratitude. But whatever you are going through, and let's go ahead and talk about it. What are some things that you're going through? Was you an entrepreneur that you fired your boss in the middle of the pandemic, and now you find yourself need to get another job because you got to pivot, you don't know what to do, and you like, what I'm gonna do next? I thought this was my sign. Maybe you did not create an exit strategy. Maybe you did have an exit strategy and you still had to pick up a 9 to 5. I'm here to tell you that's okay. You're not a failure. What about if you invest into something and you thought you made this big risk and it wasn't risky? I mean, it was a risk, but it didn't pay off in the way that you wanted to be, and that's okay. You're not living your life with regret. And that's the thing. At least you can say that you tried. Are you trying to navigate life because these groceries is high? What we gonna do? How? It's hard. It's hard enough to pay the bills on time. It's hard enough to make for sure these kids is taken care of and just getting to work or crawling out the bed to be able to work from home. Barely got one job to afford groceries. What else? Are you feeling like that? You keep struggling. You trying to figure out. You don't know who to listen to. You don't know who to follow. I'm here, baby. I ain't from the rest. Look, I came on here. I wasn't glitz. I wasn't glam. I got this old weave that's on. I went ahead and put my hair in a ponytail. You can see my edges. Raw. If you come closer, you can see a little pimple on my face too. Quit hiding your imperfections. Quit waiting for stuff to be perfect. You are killing yourself. Stop. You're doing the best that you can. When the last time have you gave yourself a hug? When the last time have you did something for you? It's okay to turn your phone off. It's okay to put it on Do Not Disturb and not answer for every time your friend calls. It's okay to say no. Guess what? Them people that's always keeping tallies, and they can always say every time that you said no, but they forget the countless times that you said yes. It's okay. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to put that cape around yourself and bring life and air into you, and quit feeling like that you need to be there for the world, because it's your moment in your season to be there for you, to get your mind right so you can get your money right. It's time for us to stop glorifying struggling generation after generation, year after year. It's time to start celebrating some successes, some milestones, and not just getting together as a family every time we gotta bury somebody. It is time to change the trajectory and be the change that you want to see. Do it for yourself. Do it for the next generation. Do it for somebody that needs you, because y'all needed me. And I had to heal. I had to do better. I had to be better to be there for y'all. It's time to get your mind right. It's time to go to therapy and take a dose of accountability and quit placing the blame on your mom, your dad, or everybody else that had triggered you because they made you mad. Didn't nobody tell you to pick up that blunt when you said just go quit smoking? Didn't nobody tell you to go drink your life away? Put the bottle down. Put the blunt down and go get help. Go see a therapist. Why can't we normalize stuff like that in our culture, in our today's society? That is okay to go to therapy, that it keeps you from being crazy and doesn't keep you or being crazy of that matter. I don't know if y'all ready for this one. I don't know. Y'all let me know down below. Are you ready to really get your mind right? Can you do me a favor and pause this video and comment down below right now? Are you ready to get your mind right? What are you doing to be better? When are you gonna be vulnerable and quit feeling like that you got everything figured out? Guess what? Newsflash, none of us have it figured out, and not even me. Do y'all know what it is to be an entrepreneur? I am beyond blessed, beyond matters, that when I fired my boss, I have not ever had to clock in. I was questioning. I'm not gonna hold you. I start to question, like, do I need to go get another job or what? Business is slow, outstanding invoices, clients not paying their bills. You got the uncertainty of the economy. No, technically we're not in a recession. Yes, inflation is high. Groceries is high. Every goddamn thing is high. But we're just trying to figure it all out. And sometimes we may not have the answers. And some days will be good and some days will be bad, and that's okay. Quit trying to be perfect. It's time to get your mind right. How many of y'all have went into debt during COVID, depending on your credit card, took out more loans? Your mind matters to be able to learn to differentiate the fake from the real, to know when someone is overpromised and selling you, to be able to be stern in who you are and to walk away from certain situations. I am here to tell you to keep going. Take a cold shower, go for a walk, at least go outdoors for 15-30 minutes a day to get that fresh air, even if you work from home and you're always at home and not leaving. It's time to work out and to exercise. It's time to put the bottle down. It's time to be able to journal. Get back to you. Who are you at the core? And whatever mess that you have put yourself in, it's time to grow through it and not keep avoiding it, not jump over it, not skip over it, not hop over it, not run through it, to grow through it so you can learn these lessons that you need. Everything that you are going through is preparing you for a season that you're not prepared for. There's not going to always be highs and it's not always going to be lows. That's the beauty of life. But the moments of the times that depression is seeping through, I need you to be able to fight back. People just want something real. Just like you want people that you could look up to that could be real and honest and to help you through, if it's a coach, if it's a mentor, a business advisor, whatever it is. It's time for you to be real with yourself so you can get the real help and the real results that you're seeking and searching for. I want to close out and leave this. Your money ain't no good unless your mind is good. I say that because it's so easy for us to, when we have money, when we want to take on our friends, our family, our loved ones, you hosting Thanksgiving, you're hosting Christmas, you're buying all these presents, you're taking everybody out of town. You're no good unless your mind is good. Your mind is the most powerful thing. If you look at all these self-help books, if you look at all these motivational speakers, it's your mindset. One thing is, let's say, for example, when I'm driving and I'm in a rush and traffic is backed up. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, I'm mad and looking at things so negatively, I say, thank Lord because he protected me from not getting into an accident. I'm looking at things always in a positive lens as best as I can. Now, I have my moments, I'm not saying that, but to be able to just be more optimistic and not so negative about certain things and knowing that everything happens for a reason. Even when we're going through it, sometimes we can't understand it. And I have been at my lowest. And I'm going to do a series about your mind and your money matters because I got so emotional talking about this when I was on a call. Is essentially when I started my business, I was in a deep depression. And I was so hurt because I wish that some of the closest people to me was able to realize that. I was the biggest that I ever been. And I couldn't understand, how did I get that big, right? I was so angry. I was so hurt. I was filled with so much anger and rage and pain that I was not letting it out in the best ways. And during that journey, I was hurting people that was closest to me. And I had to right those wrongs. I had to make good on those. But your mindset is what's keeping you grow. Your mindset is what's holding you back. It's your mindset of how you view credit. If you feel like that is not important and it don't matter, and you ain't gonna never pay them creditors back, this is why you're gonna continuously keep struggling and you putting yourself in them certain situations. It's your mind, and that has to be strong. You have to nurture, you have to water, just like if it's a plant. Just like when you about to cook, you gotta go out and you gotta get all the ingredients, you gotta put it together. You cook it with love and with soul, and you breathing life into something. This is what you gotta do to your mind. It's not about just reading one book. It doesn't matter books that you read, it's about how many pages in that book that you actually apply. And are you applying anything into your life? It doesn't matter if you listen to an audio book and you don't listen to 1 a week or 3 a week, but you can't retain the things that you learn. What are you implementing into your mind to be better with your money? I'm gonna leave you at that. It's time to get your mind together so you can have your money together as well. And before I get out of here, I just got one question for you. And before I ask that question, make sure you like, your comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. But before we get out of here, I just got one question for you. Are you in your budget? If not, in order to be in that budget, it's time to get that mind right. See ya.